ഹലോ ഓൾ, ബ്രിക്ക് ആൻഡ് സിമെൻ്റ് അക്കാഡമിയിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ നിമി ബേസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ട് പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ടോപ്പിക്കാണ് നോക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത്. പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്കറിയാം, പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് ഈസ് എൻ ഓർഗാനിക് സബ്സ്റ്റൻസ് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് കൺസിസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് നാച്ചുറൽ ഓർ സിന്തറ്റിക് ബൈൻഡേഴ്സ് ഓർ വിത്തൗട്ട് മോൾഡിംഗ് കോമ്പൗണ്ട്സ്. In general, plastics are compounds of carbon with other elements like hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon, and oxygen. The finished product of plastic is rigid and stable at a normal temperature. Plastics are organic substances and they can ignite when required heat and pressure are applied at the same stage of manufacture. Polymerization. Plastics ഫോം ചെയ്യുന്ന പ്രോസസ്സാണ് പോളിമറൈസേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പ്രോസസ്സിലൂടെയാണ് പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക്സ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നത്. ദ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസ് കണ്ടെയ്നിങ് ഓഫ് വൺ പ്രൈമറി കെമിക്കൽ ആർ നോൺ ആസ് മോണോമേഴ്സ് ഓർ മോണോലിത്സ്. ദേ ആർ സിന്തസൈസ്ഡ് ടു ഫോം പോളിമേഴ്സ് ബൈ ദ പ്രോസസ് നോൺ ആസ് പോളിമറൈസേഷൻ. മോണോമേഴ്സ് സിന്തസൈസ് ചെയ്ത് ആണ് പോളിമേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്നത്. ആ പോളിമേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന ആ പ്രോസസ്സിനെയാണ് പോളിമറൈസേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുക. പോളിമറൈസേഷനിലൂടെ സ്ട്രെങ്ത്, റിജിഡിറ്റി, എലാസ്റ്റിസിറ്റി ഇതൊക്കെ അറ്റൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നു. രണ്ട് ടൈപ്പ് പോളിമറൈസേഷൻ ഉണ്ട്. ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ ഈസ് അഡീഷൻ പോളിമറൈസേഷൻ. സെക്കൻഡ് വൺ ഈസ് കണ്ടൻസേഷൻ പോളിമറൈസേഷൻ. അഡീഷൻ പോളിമറൈസേഷൻ. In this method, different molecules join together and the molecular weight of the resulting polymer is equal to the sum of the molecular weight of the reacting molecule. This process involves three stages: beginning of the process, expansion of the chain, and end process. The polymers obtained in this method are polyethylene, polypropylene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, polyalkylates, etc. Condensation polymerization. In this method, low molecular substances are removed from the high molecular substances formed from a large number of identical or different molecules. The reaction proceeds with an evolution of ammonia, hydrogen, chloride, and similar other low molecular substances. The polymers obtained by this method are phenol, formaldehyde, carbonate, melamine, formaldehyde, etc. Next one is classification, types and uses. Classification of plastic. They are classified according to behavior with respect to heating, structure, physical and mechanical properties. First one is behavior with respect to heating. According to this classification, plastics are divided into two groups: thermoplastic, thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastic. The thermoplastic or heat non-convertible group is the general term applied to plastic which becomes soft when heated and hard when cooled. The process of softening and hardening may be repeated for an indefinite time, provided the temperature during heat is not so high as to cause chemical decomposition. So it is possible to shape and reshape these plastics by heat and temperature. The advantage of this variety plastics is that the scrap obtained from old and worn out articles can be effectively used again. Thermosetting plastics. The thermosetting or heat convertible group is the term applied to plastic which become rigid when molded at a suitable temperature and pressure. When they are heated in temperature ranging 127 to 177 degrees Celsius, it sets permanently and further application of heat does not alter their form or soften. But at 343 degrees Celsius, charring occurs. This charring is a peculiar characteristic of organic substance. The thermosetting plastics are soluble in alcohol and in certain organic solvents. When they are in thermoplastic stage, this property is used for making paint and varnishes. The thermoplastics are durable, strong and hard. They are available in many beautiful colors. They are mainly applied in engineering application plastics. Homogeneous plastics. The plastics of this group contain carbon atoms and they exhibit homogeneous structure. Heterogeneous plastics. In this plastic, it contains carbon and oxygen, nitrogen and other elements, and they exhibit heterogeneous structure. Physical. Homogeneous and heterogeneous plastics are classification according to structure. Next classification is based on physical and mechanical properties. According to these plastics are divided into 4 groups: semi-rigid, rigid, soft plastic, and elastomers. The first one is rigid plastic. These plastics possess a high modulus of elasticity. They retain their slope under exterior stresses applied at normal or moderately increased temperature. Semi-rigid plastic. These plastics have a medium modulus of elasticity and the elongation under pressure completely disappears when pressure is removed. Soft plastics. These plastics have a low modulus of elasticity and the elongation under pressure disappears only when the pressure is removed. Elastomers. The plastics are of soft and elastic materials having low modulus of elasticity. The deformation is in tension and the deformation disappears rapidly at room temperature. Properties of plastics. Appearance. Some plastics are complete transparent in appearance. Chemical resistance. Plastics are great resistance to moisture, chemicals and solvents. Many plastics are found to be corrosion resistant and hence they are used to convey chemicals. Dimensional stability. This property of plastic is very satisfactory with that of other common engineering materials. Ductility. It is lax in ductility and may fail without warning. Durability. Plastic and are quite durable. It possesses sufficient surface hardness. Electric insulation. Plastics are of superior to ordinary electric insulators. Finishing. Any surface treatment can be given to plastics. It is easy to have technical control during manufacture. It results to man production with uniformity of surface finish. Fire resistance. Plastics are organic in nature and hence all plastics are recombustible. Cellulose acetate burns slowly. Polyvinyl chloride plastics are non-inflammable. Polyformaldehyde and urea formaldehyde resist fire and they are used as fireproofing materials. Fixing. Plastic can be fixed easily in position and they can be bolted, clamped, drilled, glued, threaded, simply push fitted in position. Humidity. The properties of plastics are governed to same extent by humidity. Plastics which do not contain water attracting groups like polyvinyl chloride plastics offer great resistance to moisture. Maintenance. It is easy to maintain plastic surfaces and they do not require any protective coat of paints. Melting point. Most of the plastic have a low melting point and some of plastics have 50 degrees Celsius. In general, it can be said that the coefficient of thermal expansion of plastic is 10 times than that of steel. Optical properties. Several types of plastics are transparent and translucent. Sound absorption. The material has absorption coefficient of about 0.67. Strength. Plastics are reasonably strong. Plastic members can be used as tensile members. Thermal property. Thermal conductivity of plastic is low and it can be compared with wood. Formed or expanded plastics are among the loading thermal insulators. Weather resistance. Only limited varieties of plastics can be exposed to weather. Plastics, whether thermoplastics or thermosetting, have low specific gravity. The usage being 1.3 to 1.4. The light weight of plastic reduces the transport cost and easy to fixing. Uses of plastic. The typical use of plastic in building are summarized below. Bath and sacrets, cistern ball floats, corrugated and plain sheets, decorative laminated and moldings, electrical conduits, films for waterproofing, dam proofing and concrete curing, electrical insulators, floor files, foams for thermal insulation, jointless flooring, lighting fixtures, overhead water tanks, paint and varnishes, pipes to carry cold water, roof lights, safety glass, wall tiles, water resistant adhesives, etc. Then the advantages of PVC pipe. PVC pipe in the advantages. They have good insulating properties and hence the water passing through this is not affected by the outside temperature. They have no problems of incrustation. They permit high, smooth and unionized flame of water. They possess high Hazen-Williams constant. They prove to be economical as compared to other pipe conventional materials. They provide resistance to a variety of chemicals. Disadvantages of PVC pipes. They are liable to creep phenomena when installed above ground level. They cannot be used in high temperature. They do not have same strength as cast iron or galvanized iron pipes. They possess high coefficient of expansion. Thank you.